Lite Mighty checking in, man. Listen, YouTube, let's get right to it. Today's video topic is gonna be about not having it all figured out. As always, I'm gonna lead into the conversation with a story. As of lately, you know, around this time, I feel like people tend to spin the block, I guess, if you will, or you just run into people from the past, maybe, and there's just a lot of crossover that you can learn from when you look at everything in one spectrum, or when you look at everything as one instead of keeping everything separate. And I was talking to one of my younger brothers, and he was telling me about some situations that he had kind of fall through the wayside. You set goals in the beginning of the year, you want to get certain things done, life happens, right? That plan that you have doesn't get you where you thought you were gonna go, and instead you end up being in a whole different situation than you thought, right? And for context, my younger brother is easily, I want to say, 8 years younger than me. I think he's 21 or 20. Point being, right, he and I are kind of going through the same things. We're at different phases in our life. I have certain things obviously more figured out because I'm older. But I was telling him, the older people in my life, my mentors, the people I talk to, they look at me they probably look at me as more of a baby than I probably look at you. We're not that far off in age. But the point I was trying to make to him is everybody feels like they're not where they're supposed to be. And that was the conversations I was having with my OG about just the things that I'm going through in my own personal life. So when I'm hearing him talk back to me and say the same thing, mind you, he's a lot younger. I definitely wasn't thinking like that growing up when I was 21. So interesting to see, people that are around you, or people that you might think have it all together, because in his mind, he probably looks at me and thinks, Daniel has it all put together, he has certain things and I don't, so that's why I kind of feel the way I feel, or maybe I feel like there's other people my age that are doing more. And you really just have to be able to accept the fact that watching other people's grass won't help yours grow. You need to worry about what you have control over, which is what I told him. I had things I wanted to get done this year too. I think everybody goes into the year thinking, hey, I'm gonna get all these things done, and life just happens. So it's not an excuse that life happens, but it's an excuse if we don't respond to it in a way that's going to change the situation, or we have to adapt, which is something else that we talked about on all, because a lot of times people can't adapt, and that keeps them from being able to go with the times. Instead of evolving with the times and staying in that constant state of evolving, people stop. And that's how you get stagnation. That's how you get complacent. It shows in lifestyle. So it's okay not to have everything figured out, especially when life's throwing you curveballs, but it's your responsibility to then respond in a correct manner. So it's okay that you don't have it all figured out, but it is very, very important for you to prioritize the steps necessary to get you closer to what you want. So if you made it this far, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, Lite Mighty checking out.